Shit, everything is great, man. You know what I'm saying? Just working, fucking getting got shit going on as far as a five shit, you know. And on top of that, obviously I'm working on an album and shit right now. So, you know, I got a lot of shit going on, pretty much no days of rest. I'm trying to, you know, keep a healthy balance as far as, you know, what time I take to set aside and, you know, actually rest, and then, you know, still having discipline and going hard.
Managing your time better and shit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, what about you though? What you been into? I see you was in Vegas and shit.
Yeah, that shit was fun, man. Yeah, I went to link with Saint, Zay Quarter, and then my friend Aspen. And yeah, that was lit. We got a whole music video done and shit. But now I'm back over here at the home base, pretty much just getting ready. Like, I got a lot of things done. My album done, the music video's done, the shirts done, all this shit is done. So now I'm just gonna just go hard on YouTube for like the next month or something and just see what's up.
Right. Facts. Yeah, that's how you gotta do it for sure. That's how you gotta do it.
We still got a link too, though. Shoot a music video for our shit for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. Fucking, I've got, as far as like outwardly shit where I'm just not gonna be at home and shit. The only thing I really got planned coming up right now is I'm going to Raleigh in September. I think it's September 15th, and then somebody else is coming down here to record a song for my new album coming up. I've yet to set a date for that. And then I'm also going to Atlanta coming up too to do some shooting and shit. So
okay, word. Shit, I'm looking forward to whatever album you about to drop. Let's get it. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with a collaborative project. My next album is gonna be strictly a solo album. Like, I'm not gonna have no features on it at all whatsoever.
Oh, okay.
You get what I'm saying? But the first album is gonna be a collaborative, big ass collaborative art project, basically. And you know, I've got people doing cover art and shit, kind of like how we did for our little EP and shit. You know what I'm saying? And getting that shit going on, but and also doing like incorporating people for like voice clips for transitions and shit. You know what I'm talking about? Like,
yeah.
I like certain albums where they do that shit, where they have like a random voice transition come in and you'll start hearing like bass bumping in the background when it's just like somebody speaking or something, or like a
like an interlude or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hell yeah. All right, shit. Well, I got my notes ready. Let me know whenever you good.
I'm in here, bro. Fucking all this shit.
It's gonna be
What's that? On my back. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say it's gonna be a good topic because I went deep.
Yeah, me too, bro. I was actually thinking about this shit while I was at work the other night. And typically whenever I make a video, I just write down like one sentence of what the title of the video is gonna be.
Yeah.
And then I just go in for like 45 minutes.
Have hella info
that
one sentence.
Yeah, exactly. But here I actually broke down like specific shit because I kind of wanted to be a little bit more prepared for this one, because, you know, it's a good topic. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like people get shit fucked up when we start to talk about things like this, you know?
Yeah. Let's get into it then. I'm about to record this shit because I already have so much shit I want to say that I know you're going to agree with. All right, hold on. Let me record. Okay. All right, there we go. It's recording. All right, y'all. Welcome back to another MoonyMercuryBaby podcast where we talk about real shit, spiritual shit, all things in existence. You feel me? And today we got a special guest, Sweatsy.
Hey.
You feel me?
What's good?
If y'all been keeping up with me, y'all should already be familiar with who this is. I've shared some of his videos. Fire ass rapper, musician. We have a collab EP. He was featured on the last album. He was featured on the song When I Rap. Shout out Solo Rebel for the production on that one. And since Sweatso ain't just a musician like these basic ass rappers nowadays, you know, he has knowledge and wisdom too, obviously, because me and him, we've been watching the same deep esoteric teacher for years now. Shout out though to Pilot Man Archangel Uriel. So anybody who's aware of that person, in my opinion, not everybody, but there are some people who they have something worthy to add on as a perspective, at least when it comes to that type of shit. So yeah, today though, me and Sweat, so we're gonna be talking about why people conflate hating with having standards. And a reason why I want to do this with Sweats was because I know you a Capricorn, right?
Yeah. Capricorn Sun,
Okay.
Taurus Moon, 29 degrees Gemini Ascendant.
Okay. See, like I know one thing for people that this affects the most, at least from an astrology perspective, at least if you're a high octave enough spirit that's real, it's like high octave Virgos, high octave Capricorns, high octave Aries, and high octave Scorpios. They have this issue where people think that them having standards is hating. And it's funny because the reason why I brought up those energies is because those be the energies that don't be so pandering. Remember, it's Mars opposite of Venus. Venus is the ones that will pander a little bit or be or nice or relatable about what their standards are and shit like that. But when it comes to like an Aries that don't care, or a Scorpio that don't care, or a Capricorn or a Virgo that don't care, we're not going to be dicks about it, but we're going to tell you straight up, look, this, I ain't really messing with this.
Right.
And if they're a cool enough spirit, they might even give you some constructive criticism and logical reasonings behind why. But a lot of people can't, most humans can't handle that for some reason, and they will just assume that you're a hater.
Right.
Before I continue, is there anything you want to add, Sweatso, to what I said?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's facts. I mean, the way that this shit play out, you basically just put somebody in an emotional state. You know what I'm saying? Because you basically reflect into them whatever it is that they're lacking at the moment, due to how, you know, the world is constructed at the moment, how the shadow government place importance on certain topics of discussion and shit like that. Like if you a person who has standards conversationally, even, you'll be seen as like a hater, like you trying to lesser somebody's point of view or some shit, or you trying to look down on them in a way. But it's like, nah, like you just telling them like, hey, I'm not really interested in talking about shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Why don't we take shit more in this direction, or just not, you know, speak on certain shit? And that's having standards even mentally and emotionally, and what as far as like what mentalities you allow to survive around you and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? And where the shadow government has placed importance on certain shit, they'll think that their ideas and their point of view has more power than what yours does. So in reality, they're actually being the one who kind of trying to look down on people and shit like that, because you don't have a specific name and title, or you don't have the experience in a certain realm of reality as far as outwardly and being alive long enough to interact with that and shit. You get what I'm saying? It's just a weird ass game.
Nah, I'm glad you brought that up. That's deep, because that literally corresponds with some of my notes, because I literally wrote down, like, hold up, because that's perfect, a perfect segue for what I want to jump into. Also, I want to bring up too, some of the shit you were saying also reminds me of Aquarius energy a little bit too, when they just oppose shit due to them being fixed air and not budging and shit. When they give their perspective. But and that's Saturninian too. But yeah, I want to add on to what you just said. It's like, here's what happened in my opinion, bro. It's like, that shit you said is deep, because this is what I think happened. I think over time, as humanity developed, since most people have low or no skill at all, they made low standards the normal standard. Like, and they did that to make the common person feel better about themselves, especially when the people that constructed the world, they're part of that. So they want to feel better about themselves too. And this is deep, because y'all remember in elementary school how they kind of did like this, they like indoctrinated us into like this soft pandering energy in elementary, when they start saying, oh, everybody's a star, or everybody is special, and nobody is better than the next. I feel like all that low key is part of why we have such a soft ass society today, that can't handle constructive criticism and shit like that. You know what I mean?
Right. Because especially if you're a earth sign, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna 9 times out of 10 be speaking reality to a person. And you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be speaking reality to them, the reality of the situation, the reality of how you think and feel about the shit from your individual perspective. So you know what I'm saying? When you speak in that, it's automatically gonna be some shit that's different to them. You know what I'm saying?
Especially Capricorn and Virgo. Taurus, they probably might show a little more love, but Capricorn and Virgo, man, they don't. And that's the thing though, because we look at it like, we're not hating, we're just being real.
Right.
And the thing is, they don't even understand that like this pandering and energy and like completely getting rid of standards and shit, this prevents people from doing more shadow work or working harder to develop a skill to even have it be worthy of praise and attention in the first place.
Right.
You can't just come up in this bitch and let's like a spoiled brat spirit and demand people to force people to fuck with you if your skill ain't even developed enough.
Right, exactly. And that's a perfect segue into some notes that I had wrote down. Like whenever you are applying this shit in a creative aspect, whenever you're interacting with people and having them involved in your shit or whatever it may be, or vice versa, people are trying to have you involved in their shit. You know what I'm saying? If you might be like a person who want to charge money for somebody to get a feature off of you or to get a beat off of you, or vice versa, somebody's trying to charge you and you like, you know what I'm saying? I don't really fuck with that. Like, that's not how I'm trying to approach this right now with you specifically. You get what I'm saying? And due to them being in the constructive mentalities that have been given forth for them and not being through enough experiences with this shit to do the shadow work, like you were saying, they're going to think that you're hating on them because you don't want to pay them for a feature at the moment, or you don't want to pay them for the, you know what I'm saying? Or vice versa. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's how that shit play out a lot of times.
Right, exactly. It's like you said earlier. It's like it's a self-projected emotional state.
Yeah.
And I actually have something similar written to that. For example, okay, let me see. Yeah. All right. So right here, I have hating is personal and based off vibrations. Having standards is non-personal and is based off frequencies.
Yeah.
So there is a such thing as people faking a high standard for something that they actually fuck with deep down, and but they're just hating on it for whatever insecure reason. That's a real thing. But if someone genuinely don't like something, you can't say they hating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. Right, because certain people will be in the sake of being relatable at the moment or some shit, or trying to be different. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll be a group of people who like one thing, and then there's always that one person who got to be like, no, you know what? I actually don't even fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? Or vice versa, the person will be trying to be super relatable and
the contrarian.
act like they actually fuck with some shit when doing deep down they don't. You know what I mean?
Right. It goes both ways. It's like vice versa. See, that's why it's so important. Like, if you aware enough as a spirit, that's why it's so important to read character.
Yeah.
That shit is more important than just what a motherfucker says, as you already know.
Facts.
People can't hide their character as good as they hide their thoughts and what's being spoken.
Right.
You can observe and peep someone in a possible hating energy better if you was to actually observe them living and being at the moment versus them just texting or typing something to you. You're not going to have much to work with. You know what I mean?
Oh my God, bro. You are giving the perfect segues right here. This tie into some shit that I've wrote down as well, bro. Like how the shadow government has come out with these platforms as far as YouTube and streaming and shit like this. People will start to think, because of like the influencer title or the content creator title, these people don't have any real life experience. And you can tell that because of the shit you was just now talking about. Somebody a type in their fucking chat and shit and be really just trolling them. They don't even know nothing about them. They just fucking around with them and shit. You know what I'm saying? And they thinking that they got haters now. You know what I'm saying? Knowing damn well they don't actually have haters.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Because
it's just people are bored passing through at the moment.
Right, exactly. And not only that, because the shadow government has created importance on this title as far as being an influencer, being a content creator. Now you see fucking people who make dumbass YouTube videos and streams being trusted enough to be meeting with presidents and shit like that, and doing these podcasts and having debates like their opinion actually matter or actually mean something. You get what I'm saying? These people don't have the real life experience to actually apply it. That's why when they speaking, it's just like a void. You don't feel what they talking about, and 9 times out of 10 it's just retarded shit. You get what I'm saying?
Yo, I'm glad you said that, because that's a segue into another point I have written here, where I put humans with low standards have less valuable opinions and experience, like you said. This is part of why, me personally, unless I know the spirit at least a little bit or have an idea of how they are and shit, I really don't take in, like, there's a lot of people who they like that the validation and shit, right? So when somebody validates them, they may give it more energy than necessary. Versus someone like me, anytime somebody gives me validation, especially from strangers or people I don't know, I don't really take it too much into consideration or too deeply, because you don't even know how low that spirit standards is.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
Right. And you got to go through experience
So
with
it's like
that
your
person.
opinion don't mean shit.
Right. Because you have to go through experiences with that person to actually know what type of character they're playing out as far as what is acceptable and unacceptable to them at the moment. But yeah, that's some crazy shit. And the thing about this is too, people be so stuck online that they be thinking that a hater is somebody that come directly to them and be like, hey man, I don't fuck with you. You get what I'm saying? Like, no, 9 times out of 10, if you've lived life and went through experiences where people are actually playing out that hating character, a lot of times they be in a real narky and manipulative type of spirit. So they be like trying to be sneaky and thinking they ain't being seen for what they doing. You get what I'm saying? So they'll try to be a hater secretly, or try to be like friendly and real smiley in your face and shit. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Hey, when people see, I'm glad you said that, because hating up front, you can't even, like, that's not even hating, because like I told y'all, hating is disingenuous.
Yeah.
But if you quote unquote hating up front and not even giving a fuck if that's how you're being looked at or not, is it really hating, or are they just being genuine about their standards?
Right. That's
so
facts.
Like I have a point written right here. People with standards, you know, they'll usually give constructive criticism and logical reasons too to why they don't approve of something. It may not always be objective due to everybody having subjective likes and dislikes, but at least you know they being honest. And the moment they being honest, can you really say that's hating? You can't, for real.
Right.
Well, actually, you can, because there are people who hate honestly and don't give a fuck. But then again, they will admit it though. They'll even tell you, "Yeah, I am a hater. I am a hater." But it still applies to what I'm saying. Whether you want to be a sneaky hater or a hater with no shame, it don't fucking matter. Like there's still differences though.
Yeah.
And then the person that's hating and don't give a fuck and will just tell you no and don't give a fuck, the more vibrational energy they attach to that opinion, okay, the more of a hater they are. But if they barely have any vibrational energy attached to their critique or opposition to you, or their criticism, the less vibrationally attached they are to it, they actually really not hating. The more frequencies applied to it, it's just having standards and criticism. It's two different things, but they both could appear to be very similar.
Right. So if you a person who is on the receiving end of somebody who's playing out the higher octave energies as far as just having standards, you get what I'm saying? What y'all need to pay attention to is the way that these mentalities have been constructed for y'all. It satiates some form of lacking within yourself. It satiates some form of insecurity, because that's the mentality and the mind frame that the people who constructed this shit was into. So that's what it's going to provide for you. It's going to console some form of emotional shit that you have going on within you. So you need to be aware of that, because over time, this shit, whether you into something creative or this is just something that you deal with your mental and emotional state when you're interacting with the world, this shit becomes like your baby over time, due to the amount of emotional energy that you're putting into it and how much you're nurturing and caring for it. If you're not playing out the energies as far as equilibrium, like slightly learning to not give a fuck about shit at certain times, you get what I'm saying? If you playing it out and going full force into these things, it's going to be like your baby. So whenever somebody has standards and doesn't want to cater to that, and you might be a real spoiled person who grew up always getting validation and confirmation from your parents and real supportive, extra soft, cushy type of background, you get what I'm saying? You need to pay attention to this, because you're going to think that everybody hating on you. Meanwhile, this is just due to your lack of experience and you being very sheltered coming up.
It's like tough love being viewed as hate type shit, or some shit like that, or misunderstanding type shit, pretty much. And hold on, I got some other shit I want to say too. So yeah, only the real strong enough spirits are truly being themselves while allowing themselves to have standards. Because I know in this world, being so overwhelmed by the amount of small, weak spirits in it, you know, they'll. It's like, here's the thing. When a spirit isn't pandering to society's acceptance of low standards, people may assume the spirit is hating, right? So when a spirit is criticized for being critical, this takes away authentic opinions and creates a programmed, fake, nice, pandering, insecure society that cares too much about being liked. So it now only the real enough and strong enough spirits are going to be able to ignore all that shit and be like, man, fuck what people think. I'm still going to express what I truly feel and believe. And another thing too is sometimes the higher the standard, the more experience, like you were saying, sometimes the higher the standard, the more experience a spirit has.
Right.
So their standards are there for a fucking reason.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like they're just mindlessly out of hating instinct just going against you. Like if you show somebody, like I'll give y'all a quick 3D example. Let's say there's a person who has a whole group of yes men around them, and their yes men always say, yeah, that song is fire. The moment you go to somebody that's not part of that yes man group, that has their own opinion and ain't afraid to express it, a strong enough spirit, when they tell you that that song is whatever or is average or it's mid, you like you might take that a certain way, but the thing is that spirit is being real, trying to help you develop, while all the yes men is keeping you stagnant in that skill level. So people with higher standards actually value their opinions way more than any other human that's easily impressed by whatever the fuck type shit.
Right. That's facts.
Shit. Let's see. But yeah, that I have, yeah, I just went down a few different points. I'm just deleting them as I go over them. I have a few more things. Is there anything else you want to add to what I just said?
Not particularly. Let me look at my shit for a second here as well.
Yeah, I'm looking at mine real quick because there's so much to say about this. It's a simple but deep topic for real.
Yeah. I just don't want to repeat myself. Basically, the thing that I thought about when you were speaking about that though is just lack of experience and like I said too, having that soft upbringing. Like you said, that's how it play out with people having a group of yes men. They tend to manifest that to protect themselves. You get what I'm saying? And this is the thing too.
Right.
If you're a person who is actually just hating on people and shit like that, and being like the loud mouth in the room and shit like that, you got to realize that mentality is protecting you. You know what I'm saying? You really weak on the inside. And I've experienced this 1,000 times, you know what I'm saying, throughout life and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all fucking loud people really just be protecting the shit that you got going on and shit like that. So, you know, don't forget that.
It's like trying to just, it's like they use the hate to project and distract from the fact they ain't shit.
Right. Exactly. That's how it play out for real. And you know what I'm saying? But don't get it fucked up though. We need to have equilibrium whenever we're viewing these things. Not everybody who is playing out a character of appearing like they hating at the moment is always hating. Like sometimes due to people's upbringing, that you know what I'm saying, they might just be a person who like to joke around and shit a lot of the time, or you know what I'm saying, or be a person
a lot.
Yeah, or be a person who like if they actually fuck with you, the only way they gonna like be able to be relatable is by like roasting the shit out of you all the time and shit.
And like I said, it depends on how much vibrational energy they put into it too. If somebody being light about it, you can't really say that's hating it if they don't even care themselves that much. So that's kind of hating is only after a certain amount of vibrational energy. But I do want to add this because I have two more points I want to bring up, and then I'm pretty much good on my end. I do want to add that people that conflate having standards with hating, not all the time, but 9 times out of 10, these people are just like sore losers that want their low skill level to be accepted so they could feel less shitty about themselves. So when people actually do the act of conflating high standards with hating, there's a high percentage chance they just they're trying to bring the standards down because they're being a sore loser about their shitty skill level. And that's pretty much how I see that shit. And then I also want to add that for the people that are afraid of speaking their true stance on something, these people are just subconsciously afraid of disagreeable friction so much that they don't even know how to be real in a respectful way that won't rub people wrong and shit. Because it really ain't that hard to just be real with somebody. And it, like, people, like, what's, for example, what's so hard about this? Someone shows me their song. I have two different options to react. I could either fake pander and be nice to avoid being seen as a hater, or I could give my true opinion in the most respectable way possible. Not, and then when you do it like that, you really can't call them a hater. Like, if someone come to me and be like, yo, you check out this song, you fuck with it, I'm gonna listen to it. If it's a mid song, I'm gonna be like, okay, the song is I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of mid in my opinion, but you know, I think if you was to do this, that, and the third, you could probably improve. This is this, that, A, B, and C is why I think it's kind of basic to me. When people start talking like that and it's more frequency based, you can't say they hating. You can't.
Yeah, that's facts. That's just speaking the reality of the situation. But the problem is, this is just apparent to us. You get what I'm saying? But you will still have humans who won't understand this and will miss the point due to how it comes about. Like it might, you know what I'm saying? You can sit here and work on your approach all day and test out all type of different shit, but different people are going to receive shit differently. So, you know what I'm saying? Depending on their own emotional state of being, they're going to think that you mean some shit in a way that you don't, whenever you just being real, like how you just explained. You get what I'm saying? Because certain times, you know, the way that we approach shit, it kills certain things. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of like strip away something from them, so they feel naked in that area at the moment. You get what I'm saying? So that's why people will still be viewed as haters, even when they just speaking the reality of the situation and shit like that, and telling people how the fuck, you know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah. Yup. Well, shit, that's all I had to say, Sweat. So if there's any icing on the cake or cherries on the top that you want to add before I end this, feel free to do so.
Yeah, I got one more point. Check it out. Yeah, as humans, this is another thing that y'all need to pay attention to. People, by keeping it real with you and actually not being a hater, just keeping it real with you, people are not devaluing your shit, whatever it is that you're into, as far as an opinion, a worldview, whatever religion you're into, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we might even tell you that shit's retarded, but you know what I'm saying? We're not fucking devaluing whatever it is that we're into. Y'all take this shit too personally. Y'all start to self-identify with these shadows and golems that the government has created for y'all, and y'all self-identify with them. So y'all take it personally when somebody tell you that shit's retarded or is stupid and that shit is outdated, don't work no more. We need to, you know, be on this type of time. Don't take it personally. They not devaluing you personally. We're out here fighting a different battle. We don't even be talking to y'all directly 9 times out of 10. We killing certain mentalities and certain emotional state of beings that don't work anymore, that we need to get out of here. You get what I'm saying? So yeah.
Right. Yup. Yeah. Oh, beautiful, man. Yup. It ain't nothing personal. When we talk our shit and shit, it really ain't nothing. Look, there ain't a goddamn human on this earth that I feel no type of personal hate towards at all. Like, it ain't even worth it. Like, humans ain't even worth it like that. So, you know what I mean? But yo, all right, yo, Shwetzel, thank you for popping through, man. I appreciate this collab.
Yeah, this was a nice one.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna end the recording soon, and I'm gonna upload it on my channel as a pre-record. I know you already have it live. Now, for people on my end that catch this late, this is Shwetzel. Y'all subscribe to him. I'm gonna put his channel links and his social media links in the description of this video. Y'all go check out my boy Shwetzel. He get fire ass rapper, musician, fire ass informative, accountable spirit. Here to give y'all some more knowledge and wisdom in this good fight that we are trying to do as big spirits in this weird ass reality, trying to, you know, expand the limitations and make shit more limitless. And with that being said, I'm gonna end it. Peace.
Good looks, bro. Peace, man.
Yes, sir. Hold up. Okay. All right, we good. Yup.
All right, man.
Let me
Hey,
see if
good looks, dog.
hell yeah, bro. Hey, also, yeah, keep me up to date in the loop with anything that you got going on. Obviously, I'll keep my ears open and eyes open for whatever you got. Hold on, I'm just trying to record or no dip download, preparing download. This may take okay, but so yeah, bro. Yeah, just keep me in the loop. If you need anything, if you want to work on some other shit, just let me know, man, and we can get shit rolling. I'll do the same for you too, by the way.
All right, yeah, for sure, man. I will be sending you a song for feature on the new album here in the next couple of days. I think I got like 3 or 4 days off, so I'm gonna be grinding pretty hard and get some shit going on. But I'll
Hell
hit you
yeah.
up on
Okay,
that
bet.
and further shit in the future. You already know. I got a lot of shit I'm working on fleshing out at the moment. You get what I'm saying? So I don't want to speak on it too soon and shit
Right.
like that. But
Right, it's a process and shit. I feel you. All right, bet, man. Well, I'll be ready. Thanks again, yo. I just got. Hold on, let me see. Let me just make sure I downloaded this. Okay, yeah, we got it. Well, we good, bro. I'm about to close this shit.
all right, take
Thank
it
you
easy.
again.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Take it easy, man. We'll see you later. All right, guys. That was the oh shit, no picture. Damn, I thought I had my shit up the whole time. Fam. It said I clicked on share screen a good minute ago. So there was no video that whole time. There was no video that whole time for real. That's what y'all telling me right now. It's all right though. We out of here though. I got some other shit I need to work on. Peace.